Split Fiction forces you to trust your friend, and in his judgment and his capability to pull the lever or activate a thing when you need to get somewhere or just plainly not die. And I mean that in the best possible way, because Split Fiction is pretty great. It is absolutely fantastic. And then about 70% into the game, you will stumble upon a fantastic level, which I'm not going to spoil. Also, I'll use only trailer footage for this video, because you really don't want to get too much spoilers this. But that one level was just completely insane. It left me like amazed. And it was just about the time when I was preparing for bed, so I was closing in for the day, and I was just like thinking to myself, there is no way that this game tops it. Like, this was so amazing that I'm going to probably dream about it. And then the game goes on and you get onto the last stage of the game, and it just gets even crazier. It just goes even higher. It is absolutely amazing. It's absolute gameplay perfection of any co-op game that I have ever played. So, the game kicks off by two characters, Mio and Zoe. Never being published, they come to a new, ideal, superb opportunity that presents this radar. And soon you learn that it's not all that it seems. Radar is a sort of a scammer that's going to steal their ideas. So something goes wrong, and Mio and Zoe are stuck together and need to figure this all out. And right from the start, the story setup, it's pretty basic. So it's just here to push the gameplay aspect forward. And Zoe and Mio are not really interesting. Mio is a kind of closed up sci-fi girl living in her own mind, so to say. And Zoe is very upfront and inquisitive. It reminded me of situations that I have had when you're outside having a drink with buddies and you met a random person there, and that random person just starts asking you about your personal stuff, and like, that just didn't click with me. That being said, I did warm up on the characters after you get to know them a little bit, see what drives them and what kind of trauma they're packing within, and how that drama reflects onto their stories. Because the levels that you're playing in this game are their stories that they have either attempted to write or had an idea as a child or as a grown-up person. And the stories and the levels are absolutely amazing. They're a roller coaster ride that never gets boring. The amount of visual details in these worlds, whether it's a vista, a small thing on the side, or just the general creativity of Hazelight, is absolutely astounding. And these levels just play fantastically as they look. And I say looking is playing because oftentimes me and my friend would just be stumped and had to look around to figure out where to throw a thing or where to go next. And there is so many different just game systems being thrown at you constantly at a actually very pleasantly and good pace. So the structure of the game is you have these main levels which take you up like an hour or two to actually go through them, but through those levels there are side stories, like a couple of minute mini games that are always of the opposite genre. So if you're going through Mio's world, which is sci-fi, the side stories will always be fantasy, and that was just really, really well paced. Whenever I would be, I wouldn't say bored, but whenever you get comfortable with some kind of a mechanic, the game would always try one of these side stories at you to actually just break it up a little bit and feeling a little bit diversity in the gameplay before you go back in and continue whatever you were doing. And then there are the bosses, and most of the bosses are excellent. They're just great, but some of them are absolutely amazing. Holy shit, Did I laugh out loud or was just jaw dropped at the amazing creativity that these developers have put into these fights? They're absolutely fantastic. And I gotta briefly mention how this game is being delivered to the audience. With the Friends Pass, only one of you needs to own the game for both of you to enjoy. That is absolutely commendable, and so that's it. Split Fiction is absolutely amazing, and you should totally play it if you can with somebody, and if you cannot, you should find somebody to play it now. That's it. And if you've come all the way here, and you probably noticed if you watched any of my previous videos that this is slightly different, if not a lot. And I've been trying this more of improvisational style of video, less script and more me just talking to the camera. So if you liked it, didn't you? You can put down in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, click the things in the box, and as always, thank you for watching.